All right, let's see if we can't kind of finish this little fellow right here. Now I'm looking at my piece here, and we're going to the back of him here because I told you the little coat comes all the way to the back here, and we're going to kind of fix this up back here. And then we're going to, from that point, we want to draw a line down there, and that's where our pants will be. Okay, there we go. I'm going to kind of fix this up just a little bit. Kind of come down with this and get that kind of situated here. Okay. And let's just bring that down because we're basically gonna bring that down just sort of like that. Get this situated in here like that. See from the back, and just sort of. Now, most. There we go. Just sort of bring that in like that. And bring this kind of, see, we're just kind of shaping that whole thing to where we have our figure in here. Just sort of, I'm going around it, just sort of getting things, and most of the time I think your Amish are kind of, they're really dressed pretty nice. They're just, but plain. They're very plain people. They don't bring, they wear clothes that don't bring attention to themselves. That's one of the things the Amish people don't want to do, is they try not to wear anything that brings attention to themselves. As you can see with the women especially, there is the women do not wear anything that would enhance their bodies or for another man to lust after them or something like that. I mean, it's true. It's just, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this down here, and that would be the where the pants would come. So cut that in there just like that. Cut that in there. So their clothes are very, very plain, and they all dress pretty much the same. And like I said, the women do not wear anything that would entice another man to you know, as far as Christianity, religious things, they don't wear anything that is tight or revealing or anything like that. They're very, very plain people. You have to really have a lot of respect for them, because they don't just say their religion. They live it in a way that is quite. Now, I know most of them don't have long hair, so I'm going to bring this hair up quite a bit. Most of them don't have long hair. They have shorter hair. So I'm going to kind of cut that hair shorter in there. If I want to cut it short, but I think that's good enough. That right in there. And I'm going to go ahead now. The beard, if we look at the beard is really out a little bit too much, so we want to bring that beard down. We want to bring it down, which will actually bring the face further out. In other words, we want to bring it down. Our next project will be carving the woman. We'll be carving her. So I'm going to bring this beard, I'm just going to kind of take this and just sort of bring that down like that. Now, one of the things he did was he kind of brought the beard sort of up like that. In other words, so we can go ahead and cut that in there. We're going to go ahead and cut these little, because most of your Amish people, a lot of their beards are not, what I'm saying, they're not necessarily well groomed. And when I say not well groomed, I mean that they're not, they're more straggly, as we kind of say, but they want it that way. They don't want to, these people do not want to bring attention to themselves in any way possible. So we're just going to kind of do that, cut that in there and cut that just a little bit like that. In other words, okay, it isn't a big deal, you know. But one of the things that I found when I was up there in Lancaster, I was able to go through there, is the beautiful farms that they had. I mean, they look like their farms look like pictures. They look like paintings. In other words, they are so beautiful. Everything is just beautiful. And they believe that you know, that they live amongst their own, and they don't participate. They are conscientious objectors. They do not participate in any wars or anything like that. Their religion does not allow them to. So they are very interesting people. They really are. And if you ever get up into the Pennsylvania, and even I think in Oklahoma they have a lot of Amish, but especially in Pennsylvania and Lancaster, places like that, the very popular places. I understand they do not allow you to take pictures of them. Some of them don't. I don't know how it is now. They don't like it because the Bible says do not make any graven image, and that they look at it as that. So, very interesting people. Very talented craftsmen, though. I'll say that for sure. I have. They're understand. They are just their craftsmanship. I've seen some of their things they make, and they're just they're this beautiful craftsmen. Okay, let me see. The same way here, I want to make sure that the beard is away from the hair, like that. So, okay. Well, I tell you what, we're almost. I'm just gonna do a few little things here, get this kind of sorted here, and we're almost through with our little fella. Now our next project will be the woman. I'll show you. I've cut out the little thing for it, and let me cut this at an angle back here, make it look like it's. But do you see how we sort of did this? I mean, as far as we sort of we'll thin those pants up just a little bit more. See, I look from the side there, in other words, and just I'm going to shave those off a little bit more, and I'll add to the okay, and from the side you see now, in other words, how the pants have thinned up, in other words, in such a way. Very good. Now, let me get my I'm gonna round that face just a little bit more. Okay. Let me get my V-tool on these hands a little bit, okay? And basically we can go ahead and if we can do the beard a little bit too if we want to. He didn't do the beard, he left it plain, but I think I'm gonna add a little bit to this beard, just a little bit. Okay, now on the hands, we're just gonna take our V-tool and we're just gonna run it down like that, in other words. Right, there, just like that. We're gonna do just that. Just very simple, not good in. Okay, just like that. See? I'll take my V-tool. I'm just gonna kind of run up this like here, and run up there like that, in other words. And so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and do the beard a little bit. I don't know why, I just feel like I wanna do it. A little bit. Just to give it a little bit more character. He didn't do that. He didn't, but I'm going to, because I like that. I just kind of like it. Gives it the But I kind of like the face, just not that. This is good too because it helps people that have trouble with faces. They can do something like this. There you go. We just kind of do the beard a little bit, and we can go ahead and do a little bit on the hair too back here. And let's see, this okay, I'm gonna run this, just give this a little in there. Just run that across there.